So this is going to be a little tiny rant of please prioritize story above everything else. Don't always, don't wear your politics on your sleeve. Don't beat people over the head. Just like the original Disney's Gargoyles, make people think. If you're going to put political themes in it, which, depending on the genre, that's going to pop up anyway. But make people think, and don't make a basically a straw man for one side or the other, because again, no matter what you do, if your series is decent enough, you're gonna have readers on both sides, but not just two different sides. You're gonna have a multitude of readers from everywhere with a bunch of different backgrounds and beliefs and everything. So yeah, prioritize story above all else. Don't make check marks the spot representation, because again, people are they don't want to go to a movie and be like get hit over the head like, "Oh, my trans life is so fucking miserable." It's like, no. No. If you're going to tell a story, because again, that dreadnought thing for superhero pros is a good example. Even people sympathetic to the trans cause and everything found it annoying that the main character would just mope about and just talk about nothing but their life as a trans person. Superhero Pros isn't for that. It really isn't. It's about supervillains and superheroes going toe to toe with each other and to have a like roller coaster ride of adventure. You could have somebody that isn't a standard whatever in it, but don't make it about their identity. Because even people that are sympathetic to it get tired of that shit. That's the reason why the Night Terror series does well enough, because again, it's tongue in cheek. It just so happens the two main characters are in lesbians with each other, but they do it. She does it in such a way where it reminds you more of like a Megamind than anything else. So that's all you gotta do. Don't preach to any choirs. Basically, make it to where people think. I don't know why this is so much harder nowadays. I guess it's because of all the overabundance of sensitivity readers and shit like that. It's like, who needs that? I don't need that. You don't need that. You just need a story. A story that happens to be fun and engaging and will lift people up. So, if you're looking for that, I would suggest many pulps. Because, again, it seems like going backwards in time is helping me find actual stories again. Because, again, if you look at a lot of these, you'd be surprised just how um, current they are in terms of they had tons of different types of people. They had scientists, doctors, doesn't matter about the skin color, they just put people in. Again, even Heinlein had Filipino and everything else with the Starship Troopers. It's like they try to, again, erase the past in order to proclaim that they were the first in something. It's like, I don't care. I just want a good story. The Hugo woke winners don't give me that. A lot of modern literature doesn't really give me that. So I go backwards. That's the whole point. Find the story, promote the story. Characters and settings and everything else will follow. If you keep that first and foremost in your mind, you'll find stuff like Xena, and even when Star Trek was dipping into having air quote representation, you cared about the characters because they were actual characters and not a bunch of like, okay, we gotta make sure this one is black and gay, and oh yeah, he has to have these kinds of values, but we're only gonna give lip service to it. Okay, there we go. That's representation. It's like, no, people, prioritize the story. Everything else will fall in line after that. And this was my mini rant for the day.